It's Sunday, it's 8 o'clock, so once again, it's stream time. Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Yes, some people were thinking it was maybe going to be a June stream, but let's say we've been having issues with our G Portal server, and we're still not quite up to speed on everything in the June Awakening multiplayer server. So we're going to leave it for at least another week, and we're going to carry on with Conan tonight, as you would have seen from the alert anyway. Okay, let's see who's joined us tonight. And first, in the chat, this week was Ian Ogg. Congratulations, Ian. You were first this week. Closely followed by the traditional Robert Mannix. Good evening, Robert. How are you? And then Cathy Ann was third. Congratulations, Cathy Ann. So I don't know how many of you. I mean, I know a few of you have, but on Game Lab stream on Friday night, it was a PvP battle between Robert and Cathy. They had a base on either side of a lake, and they were PvPing against each other, where they had to break into each other's base and destroy a throne in the other person's base. And I've got to say, Cathy, you were robbed. Well, you wasn't robbed, but that throne was destroyed a good 10 minutes before it was announced the throne was destroyed. It was a good long time, and I was sitting watching it going, why is nobody mentioning the throne's not there anymore? But justice was done, it was prevailed. But yeah, good fun, and then obviously a bit more boss battling went on after that, which was good fun as well. Suburban Dad Gaming, hello, good to see ya. Like button has been gently smashed. Thank you so much, Suburban Dad Gaming. Bulwark, good evening, how are you? Are you still in France, Bulwark, or have you got to go home yet? Bandy B, hello, good to see you. Hope we're all well, sure are. Sheriff Noman, good to see you again. How are you? Rex Havoc, hello. Nusher, hello. Ian said, who's been watching Anger's June Awakening videos? It looks pretty amazing so far. I have to say, I love it. I absolutely love it. So the June Awakening videos that I'm putting out are recorded on an official server, because obviously as the way that the videos go out, it'll be on a slower pace. So I also am running my own server on G Portal. That's been causing us all the and then with that I can crack on and go and do other stuff and do stuff without having to wait for everything to be recorded and everything. So I'm playing two characters at the moment and enjoying both sides of it. Absolutely great. Shade, good evening. How are you? Yako Rob 1, good afternoon. I was just watching Labs' stream of Friday. Love Cathy Ann telling Robert he was cheating. Yes. It's a bit dangerous having a PvP battle between a husband and wife, isn't it? Hopefully there was no arguments or fights afterwards. I'm sure it was all good. Sure it was. Let's see who else is Hobo Gamers here. Hello Hobo, how are you? I've literally just finished watching your late night June stream with John. Just not about half an hour ago. I've finished watching that. Good stuff. Although, Hobo, your water discipline, you need to look after that. There's far too much running about in the sun, watching your water going down. It's quite entertaining. Crow Fodder, good to see you. Zereth, no Jew stream, no, not this week. Good to see you anyway. Outdo Gaming, outdo me duck, how are you? Ian said, Robert tried that and forgot to switch it off. Kept wondering why I wasn't getting hurt. What did I miss? Oh, creative mode. Robert used creative mode a little bit. Not cheating at all, eh? Game Labs, there we go. How are you? Good to see you. I was just saying that your cameraman skills were lacking because that throne was gone a good 10 minutes before it was announced it was gone. So, yeah. All good. Of course, there's so much things going on with the stream that it is hard to keep track of everything, but I did notice in the playback that that throne was gone quite a while ago. Hobo saying, once you farm and build a huge base, I think it's perfectly fine to use creative mode. Yes, 100%, 100%. I think we've all put in our time gathering stone and iron stone and all that malarkey fiber to make the stone consolidant and what else do you need? Resin, all that sort of stuff. And if you're wanting to make a decent big base, then it's okay. It's if you've got the ability to use creative mode, it's good. Let's see. Robert says, I think my best move was placing a transportery stone in my castle and another behind Cathy Ann's castle. That's clever. That was clever. But DC Weston, good to see you. How are you? Cathy Ann says, that was just sneaky. Crowfodder is very tired. Work sucks when co-workers just quit and ruin the whole teamwork concept. Yeah, I've been there, done that. Oh no, I've just jumped forward. Just jump forward. I hate it when it does that. Where is it? Where is it? There's Game Labs, DC West, Cathy Ann. There we go. There we go. Robert says he does sneaky well. Kenneth Brunner, good to see you. How are you? Yako Rob has just finished watching the Game Labs Friday stream. Good stuff. Zarmal, good evening. Cathy Ann said, anyone who has not yet seen Friday's stream on Game Labs channel, be warned, there may be spoilers. Oops. Oops. I forgot about that. Okay, we won't speak about it anymore. Won't speak about it. Bulwark says, nice to see the whole crew here. Of course it is. It's always nice to see everybody. The best community on the internet. Yaga Rob once, it's been a week here. I and about 50% of my co-workers have been sick. Oh dear. The boss was a bit tired of hearing coughing and all about sore throats. Oh dear, dear. 6 badges, bonsoir, good to see you. John Laban, good to see you. William Johnson, hey, long time no see. Yeah, how are you, William? Grishnak is lurking, no problem at all. Ariogex says, can't stay but dropped by to say hi, everybody, and leave a like for Brother Angar. Thank you so much, mate. Have a good week. Gerald Bosch, teacher guy, hello all. Been watching the videos on YouTube for quite a while, but first time here for the stream. Well, welcome along. Welcome, good to see you. Bulwark's not been in France in the middle of April. Oh, cool. You were in France for a heck of a long time, so it's good to see you're back home again. You're at your parents' house at the moment. Had a 4-day weekend. Nice one, nice one. Bulwark, tomorrow is my Sunday. Oh, nice. Let's see. It would be nice if you could see whose bases on Dunes belong to who. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. So I kind of like in Dune how they don't have nameplates above everybody's head. So people running at you, you don't know whether it's a NPC or a player, and it's not until you can use the reticule of your weapon, it'll show. It'll be a different reticule depending on what they are, but in the heat of the moment, when somebody's coming running at you, you're just firing back at them. But I don't see why. I don't understand why there's no labels on bases so you can see who they are. But hey ho, I'm sure there's a thinking behind it, but I'm not sure what. But because it's not even in a PvP area, so yeah, not sure. Cathy Ann says, there's no issues at home. She just rubbed his nose in it a lot. I bet. Vike, good to see you. How are you? Zeros, good to see you. How are you? Monkey Balls, hello, good to see you. Let's see. Goforder says, totally jealous, Bulwark. I'm lucky I get the next 2 days off. Even better. Robert says, I'm a good lover. We both had loads of fun, and that is all that matters. That's maybe too much information, Robert. And then he's corrected it to loser. Oh, excellent. So you're saying you're not a good lover, you're just a good loser. Fair enough. Okay. Self-deprecation done. Tick. 6 badges. If you're not a good lover, you're a bad lover. There you go. Grishnok, I can't talk about water discipline. I almost died while building my new base in the Iron Zone. That can be a thing, because obviously the heat goes up when you move into the Iron Zone, the Vermilius Gap, and if you get, especially when it becomes daytime, if you get caught up in your building, so it's not quite the same as Conan Exiles. You've got to, when the sun comes up, you have to keep out of the sun. So you get caught up in your building. It's quite easy. So I built a little hut on the side of my land claim over there and put a blood purifier in it and a little generator so that I could have a little stack of blood going, turning into water. So while I was out there, I could top up my water. But yeah. Game Labs, that's why you're only an amateur cameraman. What can I say? I'm not perfect. No, that's it. All good fun. I do, says Gruznak. I've done that a couple of times. Let's see. Forder says, working a fast food job. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that can't take the pressure, which is why I get lots of overtime pay. Cash is king. Nice one. John Lehman, the cough and sore throat bug. I've been there too. Yeah, I've had a little bit of that myself. I had a little bit of tickly throat, shall we call it? So we'll see how the stream goes today. Joe Dinfit, like, nae bad yourself. Good to see you. Beck the Tinkerbot, hello, good to see you. Sorry I've been away for a while recovering from sick, but I'm back. Oh, so many people have been sick. Hobo just wants nameplates for party members in June. I seen something. It's maybe later on when you get the third ability. There's maybe an option that shows up. It shows up icons above people's heads or something like that. But I can't quite remember. Robert Mannix, welcome back. Crowforder, dollar wins. Robert had to make sure he got sorcerer right, as we had a top level sorcerer watching. Indeed. Right, I think we've caught up in chat. Let's get out of there. Is there a sandstorm going on or something? Oh, I just don't have lights in that room, do I? I don't have a light in that room. It is nighttime. Right, okay. So, last week, was it last week? I think it was last week. We were doing something. What did we do last week? Was it the Dagon dungeon? Oh, I've forgotten what we did last week. But we discussed it was about time that Brownie went up and took on the arena champion and do that dungeon. So this week, that's exactly what we're going to do. So, let me just confirm what the food is that Brownie needs. It is cooked shellfish, which I think... Oh, it's just animals grunting. I think we should have cooked shellfish already. Before we go any further, I'm going to take... down to 4 skeleton keys left. We're going to have to go on a bear hunt. Yes, we do. We've got a load of that. We're going to need one of that. We're going to need one of that. How's my food? My food is not too bad. Just top that up. We're going to need a grey lotus potion and a Tears of Galah. And let's top up our healing as well. Okay. I think that should be good. I'm going to swap out. I'm going to finally swap out my shield for a Black Barras Fury. Let's just drop that in there. We're going to need a mod kit for it. We're going to increase its durability. Advanced reinforcement kit. We've got one I made already. There we go. Done. Crowforder said Kathy got robbed by Rob. Poor Brownie, says Sheriff. Oh, me. Got to think positive. Right. Brownie. John Bett, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Yakuro 1 says, yes, Freya will be level 5, but she levels to 20. Oh, I do saying, just wondered, do you have to level Freya up after completing the quest thingy? So you do. So let me just quickly show you. Both Freya and Luffy are here. So when you get her, at the end of your quest, she will be level 5, but... Oh, moves, wrong button. She already has all her perks. So you can't affect her perks while leveling her up. The perks are decided by the choices you made during her quests. So one while they're hunting animals, one with the demons at the volcano, and one with her when you did the final battle. Will dictate her perks, but she still starts at level 5, so still has to be leveled up to level 20. Boom. Joden says, any doggos, are doggos any good? I'm very new to the game, so hardly done anything. The guides have helped a lot. So that's a thing that we've been doing in this streaming series, is we've been playing, that's why there's animals everywhere. We've been playing with animals as pets. Trip is not here. I think Trip's still in New River Base. So the thing we started off with at the start was a greater hyena, which turned out to be really good. And then we got this dude here. So you can see that Brownie is sitting at the moment with 6,138 HP. But once I make him follow me, because of the extra 20 points he gets in his perks, the bonus 20 points for a... what's it called? Well trained. So I've got authority maxed out to 20, and I've got well trained selected as the 20 point, which gives 20 points to everything. He's now up at almost 9,000 HP, and if we check him out, he's got 1,580 armor, and he hits like a truck as well. So of all the animals that we've tested, a lot of them are pretty good, but Brownie is still the best at the moment. But if you're new to the game, I would very much recommend going with humans, and going with the best human followers you can get. Give them the best armor you can get. Give them some buffs. The buffs work on the animals as well to buff them up as well. So we're going to buff up Brownie. We're going to give him the first thing in his diet. Same with all followers. It's whatever is the first thing in the diet. That'll give him 25% strength bonus. So we'll give him that. I think he eats it automatically. He does. Check his stats. That gives him increased strength damage by 25%. Then we're going to give him salted pork. Use. Then we're going to give him a grey lotus potion. Use. And now he has 25 from the first honey. We've got another 15 from the salted pork, and another 15 from the grey lotus potion, all stacking on top of each other. And then I'm going to give him the best healing food. Heal him up as best as we can. And finally, I'm going to take the Tears of Galah, because that's going to increase his damage by 12% as well. Okay. Right. Don't forget key and chest from the undead dragon. Yes. The pride of being Anger's first commenter for his June... So Crowfodder has the pride of being Anger's first commentator for his June episode 1. Okay, thank you, Crowfodder. Tarsquid, good afternoon. Taps the like button. Thank you. Remember, gently. Let's see. As Bulwark says, Joden, the hyena is quite good for beginners. And with everything, and I mean everything, it's always the greater. So a greater saber-tooth, a greater rock-nose, a greater bear, a greater... Well, that's just is that the normal scorpion? No, that's the greater scorpion. Because you hatch them. What else have we got? We've got the greater elephant, which even that wasn't that great. You need the mammoth, the top one of that. Same with these, the Sand Reaper Queen. So hyena, the greater hyena, the giant snake, this guy here. Anything lower than a greater, send it to the farm. It's not going to be of any help to you at all. In your very first pet, it'll be helpful because it can still carry stuff. If you get a bog standard shaleback, it'll be fine because it'll have 10 carry slots. It'll help you carry stuff. So that's the way. That's the way to go with animals. It's always go for the greater variant. Bulwark says, yeah, go for the greater bear if you can. David William George Newell, good afternoon, evening. How's everybody been? No, you haven't missed much at all. We've just been getting ready. Bears can be got from this island here, Tellis Island. There's a whole bunch of bears there. Another good place to get them is River's End, just here. So you can get up through this little gap here, and then there's a couple of bear. I think you get 4 bear cubs here, and maybe 4 over there. So these are the best 2 locations to get bear cubs. But obviously you're in the north, so you have to be quite strong to get them. Okay. I think we've got everything we need. So let's head off and go in to the Warmaker Sanctuary. Let me see. Eric Tingler saying, hey, June Awaken is out. That is the new Conan. We're never going to leave Conan behind. Like I was saying earlier, my plan is that on my private server, we'll hopefully do some stream stuff and get some of the community involved in that. But things have just been a little bit erratic with the private server. So unusually for a game launch, the official servers have pretty much been rock solid and not seen any issues on them at all. But the private server has been nothing but trouble since Thursday. Took them 30 odd hours to get the server to actually show up in game in the first place. So yeah, it hasn't been great. So we're just going to give it a week just to settle stuff down, let people get a chance to get used to the game and stuff, and we'll see how it goes for next week. Right. The Zingarian Guard Dog Alpha is pretty good. That is true, but obviously that's a Battle Pass item. It's either a Battle Pass item or a Bazaar item, one of the two, so it's not a standard skin for the game. The same with if you're going with a bear, if you go for the polar bear skin or the deformed something bear skin, the sort of zombie bear kind of thing, the advantage of both of those is that all the food is meat, whereas on this guy all the food for the buffs are fish. So obviously it's a lot easier to grab yourself some extra meat when you're out and about than it is to get fish. So they would help, but again they are both extras that you don't quite get. Oh, I've got Dungeon Delver enabled, that's lucky. Explore the Warmaker Sanctuary. Tarsquid said, does Anger have all the pets at this point? Also, Brownie remains a badass bear. So I don't have them all yet. We've been, as people have been suggesting them, we've been kind of grabbing them when we can. So we've got a lot of them. Yakaroba, I like my Freya. I use her in the wine cellar and she barely got hurt. I just use gruel for healing. Wow, nice one. I don't think have I? I don't think I've got either Luffy or Freya up to level 20 yet. Obviously on this playthrough, definitely not. But on my own server, the community server, I don't think they're at level 20 yet either. Sheriff says he took Luffy versus the arena champion. He survived, but by putting up his shield, but the arena champion started chasing me Took me by surprise and I ran around like an idiot. Nice one. Audio says cheap and high HP heal. Like, why don't using food for follower damage? After the Dagon dungeon, you have the recipe to craft improved fish traps. I looked at it before. It was a bit of a pain, and to be honest, we don't really need it. We're doing so much damage with all the buffs that he's got, plus my potion. We're okay. We're doing okay. We don't really need, because the food for follower buffs. I suppose it was one of the fish from the Dagon dungeon, so it maybe just wasn't available when I first looked at it. But obviously, have I got water with me? Ooh, I'm a bit. Will that be enough water? What was that noise? Okay, interesting. Right, take them out. Then Elon says, get yourself a Berserker from the Mounds of the Dead or a Dalencia Snow Hunter are both awesome and hit like trucks. So yeah, if you're going for the humans, that would be the way you would go. But you would work out your way up to it. I definitely wouldn't suggest going hunting for either of them. What was that noise? I've never heard that noise before. Take you down. Take you down. Oh, there's another one. Take you down. Stamina. Come on, bear. It's better. Right, let's get this guy down first before we read chat. There we go. Eventually. Right, you going to drop anything nice? He's going to drop the Axe of the Gate Guardian, so that is nice. And some heals. Axe of the Gate Guardian, 71 health damage, 0% under armor pen, but a nice axe. Okay. Yakurob says, I like to fight, so I buff me instead of my friends. That's fair enough. That's all good. Yakurob says, I was doing War Party with Freya and Dalencia. Girl power. David Williams said, do you have your keys? I did. I took 6 keys with me today. Bobo saying, for getting greater pets, check the wiki to see what food to feed babies for the best chance of getting greater. 100%, yes. Each creature will have a different food that there's their preferred option, and we'll give them the highest chance. And it's still RNG. Some of those pets are still like a 10% chance. And if you can get the Shade Spice variant, if you get some Shade Bloom, you can cook the Shade Spice variant, which will give you the even higher. Dogface Mark, good to see you. Nice to hear you will never leave Conan behind. 100%. No, Conan is my game, and it's going to take a lot to shift that. Outdo says he's got 25 hours in Dune, 20 of them staring at the server list, waiting for the G-Portal server to pull their finger out. Tarsquid uses the Pictish bear skin, but pretty sure that one is just cosmetic. Yeah, that is just a cosmetic. Well. So the polar bear and the deformed bear are just a skin for the greater bear. They don't change his stats at all. The only thing it does change is it changes their diet. So all their stats and everything will be exactly the same, but their diet will be meat-based instead of fish-based. Goosenet says, not even bothered with Lou and only got halfway through Freya before he gave up. Okay. Arena champion, Yakurob says, arena champion, I hit with a hollow one arrow, then spent lots of time running in circles. She's fast. Crowfodder, never tried to build a pyramid. I've been out of the loop for a while. The base looks nice. Thank you. Game Labs, you can put some ice in. You can get some ice in the main arena. That's true, but yeah, in the second half, yep. Namerson, soups help against thirst. That's true, but I don't have any soup either. Game Love says that's one of his favourite axes. Nice. Six Badger says, I don't hear a weird noise on stream. I thought you were referring to a hooting owl, so I muted the stream and still heard the owl. Marky Del Sparky, good evening. How are you? Fit like. And Six Badger says, neighbour. Oh, this is the room I hate. Too many at once. Lucky you get 2 keys in there if you only brought 6. Glad that you had the chance to get the giant snake pets. They hit like a truck and they poison the trap out. So they don't quite hit as much of a... Oh, come in. They don't quite hit as much as a truck that they did when they first arrived. They got a bit on the nerf side. Right. Let's send them in. Let's take out the stragglers. Oh, I'll run right past it. Oh, you're coming after me. What are you coming after me for? Hate how they don't get staggered. Oh, and I'm out of stamina. Go on, get down. Get down. Down you go. And there's just a big dude left. I could sit and block him with my shield. Like that. Like that. Come on, bear. You're being really slow tonight. Which damage are you doing? 400 in that part. 200. Come on. That's the charge. Deary me. Stamina. This is going to be my problem with the Arena Champion. This will be the first time fighting the Arena Champion since the stamina went back to this system. There we go. He's down. Right. We got the Lying Barstew's sword. If I remember rightly, although it's a sword, it acts like it does the moveset of an axe. 60 damage, 9 armor pen, and it lies. Right, we'll take a fragment. Okay. Let's see. Six Boys is saying, if you get too thirsty, you could just drink their blood. Oop, sorry, wrong game. Afraid not. Not in this game. But hey, stay in the shadows. PG Ben, good to see you. How are you? Bourbon86X, good to see you too. Someone else who's playing Dune Awakening. Get off. Down that one goes. Then that one goes. Heal up. Brownie's been really slow today. He's not usually this slow, which concerns me against the arena champion, because you let her do her combos, then you're in trouble. Down he goes. And what's he got? He's got the Ranisan, which is corrupted, 79 damage, 45 armor pen, and one of the statues we need. There are chests in here, but we really don't need anything out of the chests. It's not really what we're here for. Grey Lotus Seeds. No, I don't want any of that. Okay, wing 1 done. Let's see. Sheriff says, speaking of snakes, check out how they changed the oh yeah, we're meant to check out the Alpha Cobra. The standard Alpha Cobra that was absolutely pathetic before. Looks like it's better now. Six Badges says, will the soup still be on the undead blue bloke, or will it have despawned by now? Oh! Oh, was that where the soup reference came from? It'll probably have despawned by now. Oh, no it hasn't. It hasn't. Oh, they're all turning into bags. Was there soup on this guy, was there? There is. And I'm now really thirsty, so let me see. Lumpy soup. Oh, you don't get much in the way of water from it. There we go. We're back again. We've probably got enough water to survive, to be honest. Could be okay. Let me see. Put some sunder on him. Yeah, we did that. Joda says it lies because it's actually... Yeah, I seem to remember it does that, the moveset of an axe. Isn't it the only two-handed axe? Ruznak. Naram saying playing Dune Awakening not before Tuesday. If you just got the standard edition, have you? And it comes out on Tuesday. Well, hopefully G-Portal will have all their servers ironed out by then. For those who are still looking to play on private servers. Go. And if you're on official servers, then they'll have learned even more about the head start, and hopefully everything will be fine. To be honest, when I was playing on the official servers, my episode 1 video was recorded on the official server on day 1, and I had I had one disconnection early on when they said the server was full, and I just logged straight back in again and was fine. But yeah, I've not really had any problems with that. The G-Portal servers, on the other hand. Right, don't care about anything up here. Into the main room. Mormon says, loving June so far, sure does make my PC toasty compared to Conan though. Might need a fan as we move into the super hot southern US summer. Yeah, it's got to stress out your graphics card a little bit. Six Badger says, lying bar steward sword is a reference to an advanced D&D sword that does the damage of a two-hander but looks like a one-hander. It's a two-hander that you can use on horseback or underwater. Ooh. So is that Oh yeah, so it looks like a two-hander, but you use it in one hand. Interesting. Order. Archivist assistant. Right, let's get the stacks asunder on him. Let me see. Six Badges says he'll most definitely be buying the game at some point after the 10th, which is of course the official launch date. Which Audu says, Six Badges, the Manshaft in space. Is Max away or something? I saw Six Badges, you put a video up for on Saturday. Which I haven't had time to watch yet. Alright, that's the second of the statues. That's the book that we get, which gives me follower damage plus 12%. So that works like an elixir. So it's the same as the elixir I've got. I won't use that just now because it doesn't stack. Crowfodder's got to take off, need to go in some food and chase a lawnmower for a while. Oh wow. Well, thanks for popping by, Crowfodder. Good to see you again. David says he'll be playing June on official servers. Gerald says Carolina here as well. It's been nice so far, but we'll pay for that soon, I'm sure. Bourbon saying, yep, Georgia here. The rain has been great so far, but definitely starting to heat up. Ugh. Tarsquid, you're in South too. So Tarsquid is also in Carolina. With the easy. PG Ben says, I'm just here for a little bit today, then I'll be travelling until late on the 10th. No June for me until late on the 10th at the earliest. No problem. Do you ever get the library scrolls while you're in the Warmaker dungeons? Not that I'm aware of. Do you mean from these bookshelves? No, I don't think you get anything out of there. Scroll on the table there, but you can't get them. Let's see. Rose says, stay groovy everyone. Thanks mate. Thanks for popping by. GameLast says, don't talk to me about G-Portal servers. All the issues I had with the entry with them. So, I mean, I've run servers on a few different providers now and had hassle with pretty much them all. But I've had servers running on G-Portal. I had old Minecraft servers and stuff like that years and years ago. But when I moved my Conan servers to G-Portal, I haven't had a single issue ever with G-Portal. Until Thursday. And they had major hassles getting the servers up, and then also they seem to have a lot of hassle getting them patched when the patches come out. Right, third and final wing, for the upper bit. The blue wing. Max at a music festival. His phone battery is long gone. I see. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Oh, here comes that thing from Sipta, whatever it's called, the Blood Defiler. It is an archer. Go on. Oh, run out of stamina before I could get you down. Okay. So that's why he wasn't streaming this weekend. I see. Come on, down you go. Right. As usual, he's got the disease spike, so a set of punching daggers that do bleed as well as disease, 46 and 9. And also got the Eye of the Watcher, which is pretty rubbish sword, but gives 1 bar of cold protection, which is also pretty rubbish. Oh, he's got a fragment though, I'll take that. There's a rather drunken music festival camped next to a microbrewer with 3 kegs in his tent. No wonder we ain't heard from Max. Sounds like Max is having fun, 100%. 100%. Music and beer. Sounds like a lot of fun. Every pic he sent, he looks like he's in an alcohol coma. Take him out. YB Cyrus. You can get language dictionaries for some. Ah, yeah, okay. I see now what you mean. I was thinking about the recipes that you get from the exoteric library. I thought that's what you were meaning.
I have tasted death, mortal.
Ooh.
Let me share.
Ooh, is that right? Trip FTW, good evening, how are you? Good to see you.
As always, best.
Hobo is from Florida but has a new central air conditioning system, so it's nice and frosty. Nice one. What are these? These are Set's tongue. So they always get something that's kind of religious based drops off of this dude. This time it's Set. Bleed, cleansing and plundering. 45 and 18. Interesting. Okay, that's the 3 wings with the 3 statues, so now we can go and get the key to get into the next section. PG Ben is planning on starting out on an official server. Good stuff. Like I say, I'm doing both. I'm on an official server and on the private server too. Right, you have to put them in the right sockets. I believe the right socket... Out of the way. I don't remember this one being so far over to here, but in there, and in there. Those 3 are the right ones, which give me some 3 fragments that went together to form the inner sanctum key, which is for this door over here. Play Big or Die, good to see you, how are you? Why be serious? Why be serious? I get it now. Why indeed? Do you still get black blood by harvesting the blood defiler? I'm not sure. It's probably too late now. Normally by the time I'm in here, I've got all the black blood I'll ever need. That's not something I've ever done. Game Lab says, music and beer, it's like Conan and anger. It's a match made in stream heaven. Ah, shucks. Thanks, mate. Always like to be compared to beer. BG Ben saying, well, the trip has changed. I will not be home until the 11th, so no June for me until... Oh, wow. Oh, well. I guess it means that you miss out on all the day 1 shenanigans. Right. Spring trap. Don't stand on it unless you really need to. Oh, he's just let off a... He's just let off a gas trap. The bear just let off a gas trap behind me. Here comes a white. Nothing on you. Nothing exciting on you. Where's my water? My water's actually doing okay. Right. Jump over that one, only for the bear to set it off. Oh, he didn't. Very fleet-footed. Right, we have to find the rusty keys out of the chests. The horse set that one off though. Right, up the stairs without setting off the trap. Somebody set off the trap. No key in that chest. Quite dark in here, isn't it? Right. Watch out for the trap right outside. There's one rusty key. Nothing in there. That's the noise I was hearing earlier on, and that sounds like that noise is people setting off traps. Or things setting off traps. Maybe would be a better description. Right, watch out for the spiky bits. Kill that dude. Let's see. Suburban Dad Gaming says, got here late from doing yard work and don't have the volume up since the wifey is listening to music as she does stuff around the house. I'm just enjoying catching up with chat and watching the show. Excellent. Nice one. Nothing on you. No chests in here. Right, we now need to ping up that way. So we have to go boing up here. And there is another rusty key. Play big or die. So just made it home. Thanks for asking and sorry for being late to stream. Don't worry about it. No worry at all. Bourbon86, wife is napping, a kid is playing peacefully in the room. Going to take this rare opportunity to get back to Arrakis for a bit. Take care all. No problem, Bourbon. Looking forward to your next video. Cheers, bud. Game Labs, there is a strange sound. You are hearing that sound as well, that sort of rush of gas, which looks like it's the trap's been set off. But why that was happening when I was upstairs, I don't know. Suburban Dad Gaming says, sounds like a lot of positive feedback on Dune, but my potato barely could handle the demo version. Yeah, I mean, it's UE5, so it's going to it's very pretty. So it's going to need a half decent machine to play it. Gerard says, we've all let off a gas trap at one time or another. Indeed, indeed. Ballerina Bear, surprisingly sprightly over the traps, yes. It's very fleet-footed. Mobs now set off traps unlike before. Yeah, they never used to do that before. YB Serious says, it's a nickname I got when I was a teen. I was a very serious person working hard to get a scholarship. Fair enough. Steampunk Angel, good evening. How are you? Game Lab says, the crazy crew is coming home to Exiled Lands on Friday to do a legendary chest hunt as spoken about on the stream on Friday, so we'll check if it drops black blood. Excellent. Nice one. I saw that you were going to do that next time. Back to Exiled Lands. Right, don't hit the spring. Right. Oops. Oops. Right, we'll go down. Ow. Here. Right, let's get this guy out before we go through the spikes. And he's setting off the trap as well. Put the gas mask on. There's nobody in there. There's nobody in there. Right, this is the dude with the arena key. Oh, out of stamina. Oh, missed him. He came back for more. Right, you not down yet. There you go. He who walks below. So he's got, oh, World Breaker. 68 damage, 67% armor pen. Huge. And the key to arena. Okay. Why be serious? Said long time ago is 76, so a long way from being a teen. Mark Santos, good to see you. How are you? Hope we're doing well and have a great weekend. Same to you, Mark. Bulwark says, nice to see you enjoying games at your age. 100%. I hope I'm still playing games at 78. Will I still be streaming every Sunday night? I don't know. Let's hope so. Andy CB says, I have a pretty big machine with a big GPU and it runs hot with a GPU at 97%. June is tough on the GPU. It does have a low... What do they call it? It's what they added to June. It's like a low laptop low setting or something like that. They did add that into June as well, so that the lesser machines can still play it. DC Weston says, YB, you are the oldest in chat. Quite possibly. Steampunk Angel Gaming, I'm glad I caught you. I have to go to my Conan Exiles for 3 years now. Oh, nice one. Thanks, Steampunk. Sheriff says, awesome labs. I will watch that. Oops, good to see you. How are you? First person shooter says, I'm running Dune Awakening on a PC under the minimum requirements. I can peak about 34 frames per second, mostly in low 20s, and drop to 1 or 2. All the low settings, I die a lot. Why be serious? As I don't know anyone older than 76. Ian says he feels about 112. Six Badges says he's class of 76, he was born in 76. Or like someone else he knows, 76% proof. How do you feels like that on a Monday morning? Nashua says no, he's 46. Bandy B's born in 72. Grisnet says, one peeve about June is the journey. It tells you to make a Mark 1, but if you already have a Mark 2, it doesn't count, so you have to waste intel points. Yeah, it's that whole thing about trying to teach people how to play the game, and if you jump a step. Although I found, so on episode 2 that I launched yesterday, I ended the after the trial where I needed to go a water seal cave to get the EMF generators and stuff like that. But when I logged back in today to record episode 3, coming out tomorrow, it had clicked that on, because obviously I'd been to those caves and I had those items, so it clicked that on automatically. So some things just maybe need a log off and log back in to make it work. Oh, the throat's getting tickly now. Oh, take a drink. Right, I've got everything off of you. I don't think there's any chest down in this bit. Chest's upstairs though. Watch out for the spikes and a trap at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, there we go. And more traps up here. There's a rusty key. I won't bother taking that. We've got loads of that stuff. Oh. Howdo's asking Six Badges, which one of his friends is 76% proof, I wonder. Charles Frank, 73. David Newell, born in 73. Robert Mannix will stick to the mental age of 8. Bulwark says, if it makes a difference, both my grandmothers are alive and doing pretty good at 90. Bandy B says, so, when are we getting a midweek 2-hour June stream? You never know. You never know. Howdy says, I did notice that the draw distance on June. So, something really impressed me was that you can be, if you're in Haga Basin South, for example, you can see all the way across the gap to the Vermilius Gap. So you can see into other zones, which I thought was pretty. I don't know how their server technology works for piecing all that bits together, but I thought that was pretty spectacular. Yeah, so you can see the anvil and such, like the big rock formations, and even the... I can't remember what it's called. The big industrial plants type thing. You can see them from Haga Basin South all the way into the next zone. Did I check that one? I did check that one. Okay, so that's all that's up here. Athiana says 46, mentally 19, but feel 96. Dogface Mark says I might have shoes born in the 70s. Is there not a dude here, or have we fought him already? Don't want any of that. Whoop. Get yourself a whiskey to clear your throat. I might suggest a Macallan Gold. Hoofed. So, I'm not a malt whiskey person. Any whiskey I do have, I have to have a mixer in it. So I'm loath to spend a lot of money on expensive malt whiskies in order just to water it down with Coke or lemonade or something. So I tend to be a blended whiskey person, or more accurately, my favourite is actually bourbon. So Jim Beam is my tipple of choice. What's that? Grey Lotus. Well, we'll take the Grey Lotus powder. But yes, as soon as this stream is over, heretic. That's why I don't have malt whiskey. Although, many years ago, I had a discussion with one of the guys from the Malt Whiskey Society, and their opinion is they don't care what you put in it as long as you're drinking it. They would much rather you do anything at all as long as you're drinking. I'll take that. As long as you're drinking whiskey. But yeah, bourbon is my drink of choice. Uendo used to think that was an Italian suppository. Oh dear. Oh god, it's currently 106 Fahrenheit, 41 degrees, and it's supposed to get hotter today. Wow. No thank you. That is way too hot. Oh, spikes. Oh, I managed to run through them. Have we been up here? I can't remember. Let's have a quick check. Seeds. Yeah, we've been up there. Oops. Jump. Oh. Two of the dudes come in. Where's Bear? Oh, no stamina. Let me see. Bobo's getting nervous for Brownie. Pandy says, if you don't mind a suggestion from Assassinate, not at all. Jordan, how many have you tried? I'm a fan of Coal Isla, super smooth. Gerard says, bourbon maker's mark for me. Where did you come from? Are you respawning? Brownie, where are you? Right, there's the gap you can sneak through. So that is the arena door, and that's the gap you can sneak through to bypass the arena champion, if you so wish. There he is. Let me see. So Maker's Mark for me. Yep, Maker's Mark is nice. Hobos is bourbon for the win. Jack Daniels is one of his favourites, says David. These guys must be respawning, because where are they coming from? Let me sneak in here. Yep. Right, I need to put my actual helmet on. Right, there she is. There he is. Right, let's take a bit to drink. I need some more water so that doesn't come up mid-fight. There we go. Right. I'm going to switch irritate off of you. Let me see. Let me see. Gandreg75, they've got a society for everything these days. I'm sure they do. But the Royal Whiskey Society has been on the go for a lot, like, I don't know, hundreds of years. Barney B, my old man sadly passed. Sorry about that. Loved whiskey, and although he drank all the big names, he loved a nice blended Bell. Oh no, not Bells. Ugh. Yuck. Audi prefers Irish and bourbon, to be honest, in that order. Charles Frank, my go-to was Beam's Choice, but they don't make it anymore. Gamela says, yeah, funny how games have come on when they look back how you had the LA something scene, so the engine would delete the previous level and draw the next one. Now you open a door and you're done. Ian Oggs has talked about bourbon. I prefer, I like Wild Turkey. Wild Turkey is nice. Zareth, why did the coffee taste like dirt? It was ground a few minutes ago. Playbig, I think you missed the one with the pressure plate. No, we've done that. We've bounced up and got that one. Jordan, whiskey and ginger. Oh, I do like whiskey and ginger. Ginger is a nice mixer. Let's see. Another month it'll be around 46 degrees. Wow. Whiskey and ginger is nice. Sandworms are currently disabled in June. What? Sandworms are currently... They weren't disabled in June earlier on. I had a very close encounter with one whilst crossing the gap. Interesting. All this whiskey talk is making you miss it, DC Weston. Right, okay. Let's stop that whiskey and let's get going with the Arena Champion. Right, first time ever taking it on with this new stamina system. So let's do that, and let's... Oh, that's not a good start. Side swiping her didn't work, right. Right, down in your bum. So that still works because you can just get your stamina back up while she gets back up. And you can stagger her. So she's not getting it. Oh, did a quick press up there. This system works nicely. Light attack, heavy attack, which knocks her on her arse. Then you can get your stamina back. Oh, and we'll do a fatality on her just to finish off. Nice one. And Brownie is at 100%. Go Brownie. Long live Brownie, yes. Let's see. Audio Gamer says that... No, Audio Gamer says, Hobo, since when the bollocks ate me around 5 o'clock? F the champion, because she's sore. Only Brownie we support. Just made... It's maybe just on officials as maybe true. Down with the Arena Champion. Long live Brownie. Yep. Then I know they're disabled on my siege. They are destroying bases on rocks. Ooh, that's not good. Although I've seen a lot of people building their bases on the official server. People are building their bases a bit too close to the sand, and I don't know. The kind of wording was that if you can see the worm sign, then you can get eaten by the sand. But I'm sure in the beta, people, you were told to get like right off the sand. But yeah, okay, that's interesting. I'll have to check and see there's announcements after the stream. Wow, nice. Bear for the win, yeah. Told you that bear is a beast. GG, yes indeed. Brownie for the win. You didn't even give her a chance. That's the idea. That is the idea. Doing the light attacks. Light attacks will stagger her, and then the heavy attack, the fourth heavy attack, shield bash, will knock her on the ground. While she gets up, you do nothing, because then that lets your stamina regenerate. That's the same in the old system as well. And then as soon as she's back up, do it again. Then if she can't hit you, she can't kill you. Main boss fight for the game should be Brownie evil twin brother, so just Brownie with a moustache, says Suburban Guy David. Right. Demon blood sausages, we were looking there for them before, and some more scrap. Yeah. No armour, she didn't drop any armour. Okay, yeah, I mean, after taking on those humans at the volcano, I'm not really that concerned about Brownie at all. My only concern with Arena Champion is if she gets a combo on you, you're toast. And you saw how much damage she did to me with one hit. Right, this is the... Learn the armour. Arena Champion's armour. And so with Brownie's being slow at attacking, I thought if she gets a combo on him, he's dead. But we've got down but not out, so even if he was dead, I could have taken over, got her down, and then revived him again, so I wasn't concerned about Brownie. Just a shame that Angelo's not here to see it. Angelo, if you're watching this in the future, get the shout outs for the Gremlins Brownie. It says, I have a feeling some people troll and lure the worms just to destroy other bases. Quite possibly, but if your 8 bases in an area where you can't be destroyed, then it's not going to be a problem. Julian says the no idea. Gamer says, I knew it would be fine, that's why you need to believe in him, he is a legend. Is that me or Brownie? Boom boom. Joking. Griznak watched a vid of funny moments in June, and the first vid was a guy building his base in the deep desert. In the deep desert? Oh, yeah. Not the deep desert, but in the middle of the sand. I've seen people do that just to show what happens. Gerald Bosch says, the order of the dungeons in the Dungeon Delver journey makes no sense to me. Well, yeah. What's next? The wine cellar. Yeah, and then that's fair enough. The Well of Skelos itself isn't a hard dungeon. It's only hard to get into it because of the stupid humans that are around the outside of it. But once you've got down into the dungeon and you're fighting the snake men, it's not actually that hard. I found the Black Keep really scary when I first started playing the game, but I've now got it down and don't worry about it at all. But yeah, I mean, Dregs is the easiest, Midnight Grove is the next easiest. Black Keep is fine. I mean, obviously it's missing some dungeons. Well of Skelos is the sort of last dungeon of the story. Sunken City is not that difficult, but a bit harder. Silver Mine can be quite hard with the poison on the bosses, but once you've got a brownie, it's no problem. War Mater Sanctuary is hard. due to the arena champion. I'm guessing everybody who's in chat today has died to the arena champion. And probably has never died to the last boss. I don't think I've ever died to the last boss, but I've definitely died on several occasions to the arena champion. Someone lured a player into his base, the door closed and he logged out. So on beta weekend, on my live stream for beta weekend, I was in my base and someone run into the base, and I could have done the same thing. I could have just run out or logged off, because once you're in, you can't open the doors. That only by default, only the owner can open the door. So if a random just runs into your base, yeah, they're not getting out. Do I need black ice? I don't think I do. I think I've got a bunch of black ice. So that is, yeah, it's don't run into other people's bases, because you could get trapped. Sunken City seems easier to me than the Well of Skelos because of the approach. That one, Skelos, seems misplaced. No big deal, just seems odd to me. Sunken City... Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Well of Skelos as a dungeon is not hard at all. It's just those massively buffed humans around about it that make it hard to get in. Once you've got past them, and Brownie did really well against them. He was down to like 50% health. But yeah, it wasn't a problem. Are you stuck on that little bit of ice? We will take advantage of that. Hello, Spooder. Nothing in there. Many times, lol, yes. Sesame Street Fighter, good to see ya. Have you hugged her naked and lived? Anger survivors, how are you, buddy? Bluebird says I died to the arena champion only the first time we did the dungeon. Wow. I've died a lot more than that. Got cocky, made a mistake, get hit, dead. But and probably more importantly, back in the day, before the changes were made, before she got nerfed, I've lost a lot of friends, thrall follower friends to the arena champion. Back in the day, you couldn't really fight her with a thrall at all. We used to leave them outside the door, get them to stop following outside the door, and go in and fight her solo, because she would just aggro on your friends and kill them. But these days you've got a chance of actually fighting them with your thralls. Oh, did I see a horn? There's a horn coming through the wall. The undead dragon. Oh, has it disappeared? There's a loot chest. Oh, we got Glimmer Moon. That's a nice axe. You still fighting that dude? Right. It doesn't seem to be there anymore. I wonder if it's teleported to the proper place now. Is it in... that's the mammoths. Yo, Mandan, how are you? Good to see you. Nope, it's still there. There it is, look, it's still in the wall. So, no undead dragon today. Sesame says, I used to naked Nomad the Arena Champion solo, made videos of it to prove it could be done. It certainly can be done, because to be fair, if she hits you, whether you had armour on or not, it didn't really make an awful lot of difference. So the trick is, don't let her hit you. And that technique that we were doing there, the left attack, light attack, heavy attack, to knock her down, staggers her so she couldn't do anything. Or if you're an agility build, I used to just use a short sword, an agility short sword, and I would just do left attack, just nothing but light attacks, because it would stagger her with every attack and she would not be able to do anything to you. And then when you ran out of stamina, you just ran away from her, waited for her to do her big attack, sideswipe her, and then go straight back in again. But if you're using the shield, that fourth attack with the shield, just heavy attack knocks her down and you get all your stamina back while she's on the floor. So it's, if you've got your technique down, then it's not going to be a problem. You don't need a follower. But like I said, if she hits you with a combo, but don't run out of stamina. Goes through the wall then. Ah, I'm not that bothered. We've all killed it plenty of times before. Oh, I didn't turn the irritate back on. You're right. Thank you. Who said that? DC Weston, thank you for that. Let's turn that back on again. Bulwark has lost multiple thralls to her. What do you call... Sesame is saying, for Cathy Ann, what do you call a Redditor who only lurks? Karma Chameleon. Okay. How do... Only problem with the War Maker final boss is how bloody tanky he is. Sometimes get bored fighting him. Yeah, he's got a lot of HP. Let's see. Usually send my thrall and go and do something else until he's dead. Yeah, that works. Sesame says, Anger, I was trying to convince Wyvern back in the day to try to naked Nomad the Arena Champion. Remember, they struggled with her for such a long time. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the times I died, is when we all ran in there as a group. Oh no, the black... Oh, we've got a black Yeti to do. I think we all died in there as well. Right, come on in, Yeti. Oh, you got 8,300. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, send them in and then go for a beer and a smoke while you wait, says Audi. Terry Trent, good to see you, how are you? How's things? Boy George, Karma Chameleon song, you know you probably were into metal at that time. Yes, I know that song. I know that song. Dragon's Bane, also why I play Hunter in World of Warcraft. Send the pent, drink beer. Yes! Hunter is my favourite class in World of Warcraft as well. Yeah. That class totally changes when you get your pet. Warlock was pretty good as well, also the pet blaze class, so you could send in your purple blueberry, or blueberry, blackberry, purple berry, and then get your dots on, and then just wand him to death. I think this boss is called the Warmaker's Champion. That sounds right, yes. Okay, here we go. Fitz Auburn, good to see you. How are you? Welcome along. Esme says, Hunter is also your favourite class in WoW. I went for all the rare pets, and I'm a Wrath baby. Yeah, I was a Wrath baby too. I had the blue ghost wolf pet, but the only problem is you could only use that pet if you were Beastmaster spec. And when you once you'd finished leveling and you went into proper raids, you basically had to be marksman spec, so you couldn't use them. It was unfortunate. Get the key! Ah! Didn't get the key. Oh, too late, the door's closed. Damn it. Damn it. Too busy reminiscing about World of Warcraft. So I guess we're probably never going to be able to play Warcraft together then if everybody is a hunter. Get the keys from the Yeti. Yeah, sorry folks. Sorry folks. Look at that. He's still at 90%. 24,500. We'll just leave them. We'll just leave them, see how they get on. Also, have all the fishing achievements in Wrath of the Lich King probably made me the nomad I am now. I really... What was it? You got on a thing from fishing that got you like a turtle mount? I think it was. I think that was maybe a Wrath thing. And the wife of the guild master, who also played, was desperate to get it. And I had it on 3 of my characters, and she used to get really irate at me having it 3 times. So of course, at every opportunity I would get out my turtle mount and drive around in it. Griznak was a rogue. I also enjoyed... I've never actually got a rogue to max level, but I did enjoy rogue as well. But so I'm more of the classic era. Up as far as Wrath. I played a lot of classic WoW. He just shrunk. He's only supposed to get bigger, but he shrunk and then grew again. Yeah, I played a lot of private servers, and then when actual classic WoW came out, I played a lot of classic WoW. A lot of classic WoW. Audu says, might as well go through the whole of chat again while we wait. Yeah, it's only at 60. I need the help. I need help. And Brownie's still flickering between 99 and 100%. Ooh. So his healing is doing absolutely brilliantly. But just so that we can get finished sometime before midnight, we'll help him out. Champion of the Warmaker is what his actual title is. So, all the right words, just in the wrong order. William Maxwell, good evening to you. How are you? We're just watching Brownie taking on the Warmakers, or the champion of the Warmakers. Dragonsbane had the Ghost Wolf as well. Named him Dio, RP Ronnie. Right, a few people in here were WoW people. Spectral Wolf was so cool. Loved the brain bugs from Ungoro Basin. Yes. You could fish up the turtle. I know at least one was caught. When you enrage it, it took over the whole screen. Jealousy is an ugly trait. But it was all good. Oh, I'm thirsty again. I'm thirsty again. It was all in good jest, Cathy Ann. It was all just like you and Robert last night. All in good jest. Definitely no cheating going on. He's still at 99%, and What are you at? 33. Drink. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You can bleed him with the daggers, can't you? Or is that poison? I'm not sure. Let's give it a try. We can. Whoop. 20%. Whoop. And that's going to fall off. Probably the Sunder will be doing better. Let's get the Sunder going so that Brownie does more damage. Beat up. He does bleed and poison too, says Sesame. Almost there. Nusher was a prot paladin back then. Oh, so that means you were on the wrong side then, Nusher. To be fair, when I started playing the game, the live game, I was friends of mine were playing it and convinced me to play it, and they were in an alliance guild, which I joined. So I was alliance for my first characters as well. Started off as a hunter, and then I mained a druid healer. Destroyer. 79 damage, 45 armor, but is cursed. Take that, we'll take the good healing, we'll take that, and we'll take the armor scraps. Right. Where is the entrance? Work my way around, I can't remember. Where's the exit? That's the exit over there with the tablets. In fact, let's start here and work our way around and get the rusty keys. Yeah, so did that for years, and then when Classic came out, I decided to change, and I went to the Horde. And then I think I've pretty much played almost every class in various servers or another. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Exactly how do. And then on actual Classic, when it went official Classic, I mained a shaman healer. Resto Shaman. Because this Horde were the good guys, of course. We played Horde. Exactly. Exactly. Goosenet says you should go into the wine cellar and get the decent water skin. Always worth doing as soon as your thrall pet can handle that. So that'll be the next dungeon that we do, because that's the next one in the Dungeon Delver story. And I think that's potentially the hardest dungeon because of all the mechanics that are involved in the final boss fight. All the blue stuff on the floor. Don't want any of that. If you get stuck in the blue stuff and get thrown up in the air, the delay it takes you before you get moving, you're probably going to get stuck in the next one as well. And also, I keep getting lost in that place. I'm never 100% sure I'm actually doing it the right way around. Alliance Boo, Loktar Ogar, the Horde says Sesame. Oh, okay. I've killed Godbreaker here so many times. You should go into the wines that you have read that one. In WoW, for reasons unknown stroke forgotten, I was considered a legend. Woo! There's a statement. Right. So we're now not going to have enough keys, are we? Because we've only got 5 keys. Oh well. It's okay. Right. Another Mistborn. A Reaver's Axe. A Papyrus Blade. We're now over encumbered. Give you that. You've done a good job. Where did that ice come from? Eat that. Give you that. Right, that'll do. Right, learn War Maker's Weapons and Grandmaster Weaponsmith. These are probably the best things about this. The Godbreaker Armor and the Grandmaster Armorsmith. Right, open this one, another Papyrus Blade. Open this one, a Beck de Corbin, and then we haven't got enough keys to open that one. But I don't really care, because we're not really using these weapons, because we've got Brownie. We're not really using weapons. Did you loot the body? I think I did. I think I did, because we've got a whole bunch of armor scraps off it. It's probably disappeared now, is it? Oh no, it's still there. Yeah, we looted it. Good stuff. Ow. Yeah, this is Alliance, and to think I respected you. Sesame said, Audio Gaming. So what did Audio... Oh yes, the rare example that a sequel wasn't pants. Audio Gaming. Aliens, the sequel. Judgment, T2 Judgment Day. Now those are sequels. Godfather 2. Empire Strikes Back. Jodin had a twink paladin by the name of Jodin. Aha. Funnily enough, on every server... That's where the name Angar came from, was originally from playing Warcraft. My first hunter was called Angar. And every server I've been on since then, one of my characters has been called Angar, including Star Wars, The Old Republic, and all these other MMOs. It's always Angar, since that first one back in the day. Apparently... Twink means something else now. I know what you mean by the twink, though. Zara says, okay, you have redeemed yourself. Thank you. Thank you. My background on my iPad right now is the Horde logo. And I still have my Horde logo t-shirt. For the Horde. Victory or death. Stay there. Iron and steel we'll take the steel. These things are always good. No thank you. We'll take... yeah. Let's take that. And that. And that hardened steel. And that gold. Is Robert still following us? He is still following us. Right. Drop down. Watch the spikes. Boom. Let's see. It says, Sesame Street Fighter, nothing after T2 should ever be mentioned, and although Aliens 3 and any afterwards were nothing on Aliens, I quite enjoy them. Aliens Romulus, the recent one, was really good. Right, everything's respawned. This is the top of the stairs again. Down you go. Wine Cellar probably the hardest dungeon in the Exiled Lands unless you're trying to run the Well of Skelos without a large supply of ice. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. Or a Mistmorn. Did we not get a Mistmorn? Yeah. No, not Mistmorn. Soul Shields. No, yeah, Mistmorn. That's heat protection. Yes. Heat insulated. So, epic armor and that will do you nicely. When you chopped in to get the Black Yeti. Oh yeah, they got the ice. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Well reminded. Sesame says, I'll do, and just a rhyme, I'll say boo. Sesame says, okay, Empire Strikes Back is a good response, Anger, true. Thank you. Probably going to get stoned to death here, but I've never been a Star Wars fan. Oh, how do. To be fair, it's pretty hard to be a Star Wars fan these days. But back in the 70s, it was a lot easier. Dunk. The original trilogy. Sesame says I left all Star Wars with the third trilogy, never watched the last two, was a nerd for that, now no. Yes, exactly. Right, let's take out all the wee guys. Oh, somebody coming running at me. There he goes. Yeah, the prequel trilogy was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. But I know plenty of people that they grew up as that was their first Star Wars film. People at work. Marky Del Sparky, if he's still in the chat, he's one of them. So they look at the dust on me. That is their trilogy, so they actually really like that. But the sequel trilogy, oh my god. Oh my god. Whoop. Down you go. Down you go. Oh, no weapons on them. What? That's not fair. There are no Star Wars sequels. Been wiped out. Let me see. How far did we go? This me says Anger Dabu. Horde Peons, World Warcraft 3. Work. There you go, it's Marky Del Sparky. Grew up with the prequels and the Clone Wars movie and series, love them. So the youth, and I say that as being people who are younger than me, are obviously the youth. That was their movies. Sesame was so pissed he stopped being a Disney fan. I'm still pissed at Disney. Gerald says Andor was one of the best pieces of television I've seen. Star Wars or no, 100%. Andor series 1 and 2 are both absolutely fantastic. And they're kind of Star Wars-y, but without being set in a Star Wars universe. But I mean, obviously there's no Jedi, there's no lightsabers. But obviously you've got stormtroopers and stuff like that. But in general, Andor is fantastic. Even Skeleton Crew was actually pretty good. If you consider it as a Goonies in space thing, it was pretty good. A lot of the other ones are bad. What is this sequel trilogy you speak of, says Marty? Sesame says, the first Clone Wars, the Gen D animations, pure awesome Star Wars. It rivals the first trilogy. I can talk about that for days. Let's take on this guy, because we're going to have to start collecting keys again. You ready, Brownie? Go get him. Daggers have I got? It's still the shank. They're below 50% now. Watch for that tail swipe. Come on, stamina. That one there. Oh, he got me. Wasn't far enough away. Let's take a little bit of food just to get my sated buff going. Rogue One Vader in the tunnel was good to watch. Rogue One is amazing. And obviously Rogue One is related directly to Andor. So that's something I still need to do, is having watched Andor Season 1, I rewatched Season 1, watch Season 2, which then basically goes straight into Rogue One, which in turn goes straight into A New Hope. So I need to rewatch Rogue One again. I think Rogue One is the best film since the original trilogy. Almost like I'm a total Star Wars nerd, eh? Guilty. Guilty. So yeah, that is the problem, that they've broken the franchise so much with all the really bad stuff that people have given up on it. Where I urge you to give Andor a chance, because Andor is amazing. My only disappointment is that they put series 2, 3, 4 into one. They rolled, because of the time it was taking, they rolled it into one series. Could be doing more. If only we played SWTOR together. Yeah, I definitely played SWTOR. I mean, in fact, I'm kind of still playing SWTOR. I've got a character just rolling along in the background that every now and again I log in and play that. Yeah, when our Warcraft guild fell apart after the Cataclysm, I think that was possibly the next game I played was SWTOR. Desperately trying to find something. And then Elder Scrolls Online. This message has been burnt too much. I'm out. I urge you to watch Andor. I urge you. Trust me. Trust me. Key! Oh! Oh my god. What? I don't know what happened there. Did a scorpion follow us down? Oh me. The whole point of fighting it was to get a key. Thank you, first person shooter. Thank you, DC Weston. There it is. Like, where's the body gone? I thought I heard battle music from somewhere. Is that... Are my eyes deceiving me? Is that Lance Corps? The lesser spotted Lance Corps? Wow. Right. Chuck away that. We've got another key. Need to start building up our key stocks again. Right. Let's get back to base. Let's go round the corner and we'll fill up our water from our well. My friend had to trick me to watch The Mandalorian. I was so pissed. The first 2 seasons were great, but then no more. Yeah, so that was the next thing. Is Mandalorian Series 1 especially. Series 2. But Series 3 was horrendous. Andor had a whack moment, yeah. The Anger Zoo. Yes, this is only part of it. This is only part of it. The rest of it's still down in New River. Let's fill that up. And that one's already filled up. Okay. Yes, lots of experimentation with different animals that we could get rid of. We could get rid of these three, because these three are all exactly the same. 359 health. That one is the Sandreaper Queen, which is the 2,400 health. Right, Brownie. What a job. Great job. In fact, we need to go and grab... Where's Robert? Robert? Still following me? Where are you? There he is. We need to go and grab our shellfish. Oh, no we don't. We need to go and get our bugs first. Imagine you could switch out pet followers in Exiles like WoW's Beast Mastery. Yeah, that'd be cool. What I'd really like, if, speaking about features, I would like the whistle feature from Ark. But oh, are we over encumbered? We are. In Ark, you've got different keys that you can assign to different whistles that allow you to your follower to do stuff. Your whatever dinos, obviously you can have loads of dinos follow you, but you can tell them to go and do stuff. I would love to do that with your. So you could tell them to go and attack. You can tell them to follow you, come back. And what would be really good is if you could give them a weapon and a truncheon, and give them one whistle or one command that says use your truncheon to knock that guy out, and then another one to say use your weapon to kill that guy. That would be an awesome feature. Here, carry some more stuff for me, please. Thank you. So, too many cucumbers. He's over cucumbered. Have I thought about doing a purge with your critters? I have. The only thing is I would have to actually spend some time leveling them all up, and I don't really have any that do ranged attacks yet. But we'll definitely be doing, we'll get them leveled up a bit, and we'll definitely do at least a couple of lower level purges just with the squad, with the menagerie. Whistle, follow me, stay here, etc. Yeah, I mean there's about 20 commands in Ark that you can tell them to do different stuff. A bit like you can tell them your followers to follow you, attack and stuff like that, but it's more expansive than that. You can whistle to tell them all, because if you've got 20 dinos follow you, you can tell them all to go on a passive or flee. Right, get off of there, put that on. There's usually one, there it is, it pops up to greet me. Oh, I don't have my shield up. So let's just kill it. Right, I actually don't care about the fish anymore. We've got loads of fish, but we want... What's that noise? I don't think I've heard that noise before. A hissing noise. Right, give you 100 grubs, give you... For those of you who don't know, if you've got a compost heap and you have at least one piece of compost in it, these fat grubs will just grow and you'll get 50... Oh no, I've put everything away. Right, that's better. So just a compost bin with one piece of compost in it, and these fat grubs you'll get a stack of 50 all the time. Right. Ooh, that's clever. That is clever. Okay, 5 minutes. We're almost at the end of the stream. My voice has just about made it. Hooray! Hopefully it'll still be okay, ready for me to record a video tomorrow. Okay. This Street Fighter says, I did the 100 Murder Crow challenge in the first year of Arc. Tamed 100 Dimorphodons. 1,000. 1,000 Murder Crows. 1,000 Dimorphodons. Wow. No longer play Arc. No, neither do I. Although the 5.5 update for the Unreal Engine 5.5 update came out last week. Eventually. There was loads of, because it was every day it got delayed and there was loads of people complaining about it. So I maybe need to try it to see if it's got better. But yeah, I've done something similar to that where I built a big like tower and put a whole bunch of Dimorphodons in it. And then you used to be able to drop creatures in from the top with your Argentavis, and then they would just go. It was like dropping them in a blender. The Dimorphodons would just go crazy. I've had a lot of good times in Ark. A lot of good times in Ark. Right, let me see. Think you can do up to a level 5 purge with these guys. Yeah, I mean, I've maybe got them all up to level 10. I'll maybe do some work. Oh, but I've got June to play. I maybe need to do some work getting these guys up to level 10, and then we can start working on a purge for them. Lower level purges, how do? Come on, Anger, grab your bits out of Mrs. Anger's handbag. Level 10 all the way. Definitely not. That's just not my idea of fun, and especially not with these guys. Without a whole bunch of archers and stuff. And you have groups in Ark too. Yeah, you could put your dinos into certain groups and then get one group to do one thing and another group to do other thing. Athe says, chat, take care and stay safe in the hot weather. Thank you, Cathy Ann. Seen Xbox handheld being released later this year. Ooh. Okay, I saw Switch 2 came out the other day as well, didn't it? The mega expensive machine. Game always makes dragon sounds around there. I think there's one under the ground. Oh, maybe. Hot toddy before bed and nae bother. Yeah, that's definitely got to happen. Great stream again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Did you hear about the jokes on dehydration? Well, there's a joke that dried up. Dehydration is no joke, IRL though. It's a medical joke by Sesame. Right, yes, everybody saying good night. So thank you very much, everybody. As always, you are the greatest squad on the internet. Always have great fun having all the chats on a Sunday evening. Much appreciate all your time and effort coming here, all what's going on and answering questions and all that sort of stuff. So thank you very much for every one of you who came along today. All the people that are lurking in the background as well, thank you for coming too. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week up ahead. And I'll see you here next week. Bye-bye now.